Hello everyone, it is Jayden and welcome to The Alpha, the show where we talk about the hottest topics in pop culture and sports. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that like button on the video, and if you enjoy my commentary and myself truly as always, be sure to tap that subscribe button and to hit that notification bell to get notified when all my videos go live. I love you guys so much. Peace, love, and positivity always, y'all. See ya. And we are going to start it off with news that Star Wars is coming out with a new standalone film called Star Wars Starfighter, starring Ryan Gosling. It is going to be directed by Shawn Levy. It is going to be released May 28th of 2027, and it is stated that it is not a prequel, and it is going to be a brand new adventure. Now, along with this news as well, I think it was stated that there's going to be a new trilogy. But the one thing we got to take away with these Star Wars films, in this Star Wars news, alongside the director Kathleen Kennedy, a lot of these projects get announced. Some of them never hardly happen. Kathleen Kennedy, there was a trilogy with one director that was announced a couple of years ago. You had the film with Taika Waititi, hasn't been heard of. You had the one movie with the director who done Wonder Woman. She had a film when it came to Squadrons or something, some type of flight type movie with the Starfighters and stuff. You had that film, ain't heard of it since. With this news, we have to take it with a grain of salt, alongside the news that there is a set in stone trilogy in the upcoming future. We all know that Rey has a film that is supposed to be a continuation of the past trilogy of the Star Wars shows. We don't know where that is at in development right now. I want to say there was recent news that came out probably 6-7 months ago that kind of stated that they're kind of in a creative discourse right now when it comes to Rey's Star Wars solo project. Don't know what's going on with the director. We don't know if I think there's just creative discourse right now. They can't get on one accord when it comes to script, storyline, and just getting a producer, everything just together to get the movie up and going. This news, you got a A-list actor, Ryan Gosling, coming off of the Barbie movie 2 summers ago, made over $1 billion. Ryan Gosling is a great actor. Shawn Levy, coming off the success of Deadpool and Wolverine, I want to say Deadpool and Wolverine made $900 million. So you got a big budget. He's coming off a big budget film as well. It is a movie that is going to be released in 2027. So essentially they have 2 years to make the film. And it's not a prequel. And I don't think it's going to be even set in the Star Wars in the movie universe. It's just going to be one little standalone journey starring Ryan Gosling. What type of role is Ryan Gosling going to play? I don't know. Is he going to be... He's definitely not going to be a Jedi. Do you think he's just going to be the bounty hunter type of guy? A Han Solo type of figure? I don't know. It's something that we are going to have to wait and see and find out. Ryan Gosling obviously showed to the Star Wars fans that he has been a Star Wars fan for a very long time. There was photos that they showed of him in his Star Wars quilts when he was a kid. He was basically showing that he's always been a Star Wars fan. But I want the project to be good. Star Wars has got a multitude of projects I think that's coming out in the near future. With the announcement of the trilogy, you got this film and Mandalorian and Grogu. And it's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Are they going to translate what we've seen from the TV shows with the Mandalorian and transfer it into the movie? What type of adventure are they going to tell? Is it going to, I imagine it should, is it going to basically restart and continue the story from the TV show into that movie? I don't know. It's going to have to wait and see. I know a lot of Star Wars fans have seen all 3 seasons of The Mandalorian. I know I haven't. I didn't see the last season. I'm not a big TV type of guy. Y'all know this already to begin with. But we just, with the news of Kathleen Kennedy reportedly leaving Lucasfilm, Star Wars has to get some type of direction. Because I can tell you guys this. I went this past weekend to go see The Revenge of the Sith in the movie theater. I had a great time. I really enjoyed it. It was good to see. My movie theater was filled. It was very hard to get tickets, mind you. It was very hard to get tickets. So it seems that a lot of people are responding positively to the re-release of the Star Wars films. Star Wars is still Star Wars. It has a massive fan base, and people with the recent, I don't like to use the word garbage, but we're just going to have to use it in this case. With the recent trash that Star Wars has been releasing since the end of the last Star Wars trilogy that was made. I think that last film came out in 2018, 2019? Rise of Skywalker. A lot of people has got a lot of appreciation for the prequels. I grew up off of the prequels. I'm only 20 years old, so my first Star Wars films were the prequels. That's the reason why I am an Anakin fan at heart. Out of everybody else in the Star Wars universe, I've never been a fan of Luke Skywalker. I know it's sacrilegious to say. I was more of a Han Solo type of guy in those movies because, hey, he was a pimp to Leia, but that's just me. I gravitated more towards that. I like Obi-Wan. Never been a big Chewbacca or Yoda guy. It's just, my big ones for me has always been the Bounty Hunters, which is Boba Fett, Jango Fett, Obi-Wan, Anakin, Han Solo. And obviously Darth Vader, which I classify Anakin and Darth Vader as the same character, of course, as always. And that was really it. So it was good to see the movie in movie theaters. It's just Star Wars, they have to get back to their roots. I think you got to win back over the audience. Is that going to be hard to do? Because Star Wars fans, I have to honestly say this. Star Wars fans are the worst to satisfy. They really are. That fan base is more unified and more critical, which I love, by the way. I respect the crap out of it. Some of it can be a little much, though. A lot of Star Wars fans are a little extra, but for the most part, I respect it. Y'all guys understand what you want. You're going to stick to what you want. I wish Marvel and DC fans were like that to a certain degree, and they can unite like that. Holy cow. But they just have to get back to their formula for how they're making movies. I think with Star Wars Starfighter, this is a good way to course correct with that. Even me personally, I don't think the Rey project is a good idea. I just don't like the Rey character. I liked her in the first movie. I just don't like the story that they gave her. Giving her the rank of Skywalker, absolutely not. That you just can't throw that name around everywhere, okay? That name is sacred. They should have never went that. I never liked it. I still to this day do not like it. It made me despise Rey's character. That's just me. I love that. Daisy Ridley loved the actor though, but that's just my personal opinion on that. But altogether, I want the film to be good. It's going to be a standalone series. Ryan Goslings, I think he's going to knock the acting out of the park, and I'm interested to see again what type of character he is going to play. So that is it. If you guys have not went out to go see Revenge of the Sith in movie theaters, a must watch. It was great to see it in the movies. Obviously, the movie actually came out on my birthday, May 19th of 2004. I was not able to see it. I was literally born that day. So it was good to see a movie that I grew up watching and loving with my family, seeing it in the movie theaters, seeing Hayden Christensen, and get to experience with all the Star Wars fans around. Again, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan. I don't have the biggest IQ when it comes to Star Wars. It's part of pop culture. I do enjoy Star Wars. It's just not my favorites outside of Marvel and DC, obviously. But I enjoy the IP. I think it's a great IP. It's a legendary IP. And they deserve to be in the ranks that they used to be under George Lucas. Kathleen Kennedy has done a relatively bad job for the most part with her leadership and creative decisions with Star Wars and at Lucasfilm and Disney as well. The only good thing I can say that she really made was the first Star Wars movie under Disney, which was The Force Awakens and The Mandalorian. Andor, a lot of people say is good, but it's not a heavy hitter. Unless you're like a true die-hard Star Wars fan, you're not really going to watch Andor. The Acolyte, epic fail. The Skeleton Crew, everybody said it was cute, cool, still epic fail, boring. The last two films of the trilogy, The Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi, even Mandalorian season 3 was a miss to some people. Book of Boba Fett, not good. Obi-Wan Kenobi, which I watched because obviously Hayden Christensen was back. The whole gang was back. But it was not good in a lot of people's eyes, and it really wasn't. It was okay to me. Obviously, I give it some fair faith because obviously those are my two favorite characters in the same film. I love Ewan McGregor. I love Hayden Christensen. I love their chemistry. Even in the prequels, it was just as good as it was in Obi-Wan Kenobi. But we're never going to see a season 2 of Obi-Wan Kenobi, I don't think. Didn't get to see a lot of Darth Vader do anything with Hayden Christensen. Another one that I forgot about too as well is Ahsoka. Hayden Christensen wasn't that, and I actually watched the episode that he was in. I want to say it was episode 6, just to be able to see Hayden Christensen in another Star Wars project. But to get back to the topic at hand, I mean, Star Wars has got stories that they can tell. They can translate all their animation into movies and live action. They just got to do it right and give the fans what they want. We need characters in the forefront. Live action. Your Darth Vaders, characters like Darth Maul, some characters we haven't seen in a long time. Ahsoka. Just keep on doing what... I wouldn't say keep on doing what you're doing. I like the aspect that they're doing right now with Ahsoka to a certain degree. I think Star Wars Starfighter is a good way to course correct and start something new and get Star Wars fans back into the mix. They are filming season 2 of Ahsoka right now as we speak, along with Mandalorian and Grogu. So Star Wars has this chance because they've had a dead period because they haven't had a film set in their trilogy since 2019-18. So it's been 6+ years. That is one can argue a fairly long time for a Star Wars film, but obviously from the first Force Awakens was 2015 or it was 2015. And then the latest, so there was a 10-11 year gap between those Star Wars films. So it is time to get them back going. I don't know where that trilogy is going to be set in. Obviously we're still in Rey's time, so Darth Vader is essentially dead. I don't want to see a trilogy continue past Rey. I really don't. I would rather go ahead and go back to when Darth Vader was alive. That's just me personally. But let me know what you guys think about Star Wars Starfighter, starring Ryan Gosling, directed by Shawn Levy. What do you think about it? Do you think it's a great idea? Do you expect it to be good? Do you think it is a chance for Star Wars to be able to course correct? Let me know all of that down below in the comments.